Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're going to go on down to our next item on our agenda, which is an action item. And this is a
Welcome
petition.
to Lifesize.
Can we wait?
Enter the extension of the person you
But you have that on 11:30, don't you?
So too soon?
It's only 11:19.
joining the
So
meeting.
they might, I don't know.
Hmm?
The two other parties.
We have 10 minutes, Mr. Chairman.
So Doug,
Okay.
we don't have it on the agenda at all as far as our reopening date. And initially, we had targeted next Monday. And so if we're
A week out already.
gonna do something, you know, I mean, we can't amend the agenda now, but
No, but we can get
We
it
need
out
a-
to Mackenzie and she can get it out.
well, we have to have an approval on what date's official. I mean, if it's next Monday, we need an action item, or do we just need a discussion? And I mean, if Skip's opening, the court or sheriff's office is opening, and we have protocols in place to open, we probably should open. What your guys' thoughts are, and I don't know that it needs to be an action item. I don't know
I don't
if we
think
did
they're gonna
anything
be-
else through action item, but
They might be done getting the asbestos up by next Monday.
if we block off the northern end of the courthouse, does it really matter? I mean, they're not gonna be done on the northern end
No, and
until
they've got the
June.
outside door sealed anyway.
Yeah. So I
Let's
don't
think
think
about
it
that.
matters as far as having the courthouse done. I think it just needs to be a combined effort. If not, we're gonna have people showing up doors that they think the county's open because people are announcing it's open and it's not. And that's gonna cause a lot more frustration than need be, I think. My personal opinion.
So do you guys want to wait and make an announcement that we're opening the following Monday? What do you want to do?
Seems like we're gonna have some services that are going to be ready to open next week. So, I mean, really, I think we just need to maybe update, with our PRs, hey, this is what's gonna be open, this is what's not.
I didn't think so.
Courts, no, are still closed until Supreme
that's
Court,
not-
but the,
Predicated on that, that's, we set things.
How do you
Correct.
feel, Doug? Should we open next week or you want
I
to wait?
think with you guys have
Everything else?
discussed and presented that it was going to be a limited soft opening by appointment only.
Yeah, I think we're ready. I think the tools are in place.
And I think all of the offices are anticipating that they will be able to conduct in-person appointments, but we're going to be doing it by appointment only.
Yeah.
And there's a limit to how many individuals are allowed into the building.
I think we just get that word out through Mackenzie.
I think, as I
Make
say, I
that
think we need to
our
put
plan.
some signs up too on the entrance that say, hey, we're open by appointment only.
Okay. Doug, do you think Scott could get something made or?
He's got some of those fold-out stands. He said he had two of them,
Yeah.
so we could put one out in front.
I
Gonna
can
have to
reach
be able
I'll
to-
out.
probably take these because, they don't have much effect anyway.
Well, we're not holding open meetings right now either, so.
That's a
we
good
could
idea.
just- Yeah, he said he had two and we can take one of these other
There's
ones.
two of these.
Or we could use those downstairs and use his plastic black ones that fold out like a sawhorse. Put those outside so if they get wet, they don't get ruined.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Folks, we're gonna wait until exactly 11:30 before we do this action item.
Do you want me to send Scott?
I jumped the gun a little bit.
You want me to send Scott and Ryan an email?
Sure.
Requesting them to do signage?
By appointment only.
Oh, Doug, what's that? It's not, what is it, support?
It's health facilities. I can do it for you, Commissioner. I can talk to them too. What are you actually looking for? I mean, like signs that are made through the print shop or just something that they come up with, or what are you
I was saying,
looking at?
it seems like we could use a whiteboard.
Just to put up
Something that we
out
could
there?
update instead of printing something out,
Okay.
yeah.
So
'Cause
just
it
get a
may
whiteboard.
change, yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, we could put that on, like I said, on one of those tripods out there.
Yeah, right next to the door, so people walk up, they see it.
Not tri-
And these two down here, we can use downstairs to keep them from going in the north end. That
We
would
still
be-
need one more or two more for these stairwells too.
Scott said he had two, so if we can do
Oh,
that
perfect.
and then just keep, use one of these or whatever right outside where the DMV is or
Yep, just
the
past the end.
farthest. Well, and actually, I think they go into the plat room, isn't it? That people, if they want to talk to the assessor's office, they can go into the plat room too, so.
Well, that would be by an appointment. They'd be let in
Yeah.
and let back out, so it
Right.
should work.
Yep.
Can't think of any other reason why not to.
Thanks, Doug.
You're welcome.
I'll work with Mackenzie then on messaging too. Make people understand too, they need to bring a mask. We don't have a ton of masks available, but they need to wear masks while they're here. Mackenzie, are you on the phone by chance? And I will reach out to David too, Doug, and find out if that is gonna be on the website so that people can,
I can.
okay. I don't want you to have to do things, I can do it. I'm trying to take some of the burden off you. We need to find out what David has. What is he sick with? Is he gonna be home for a while?
Cindy, if I have a comment on Sampson Trail email, can I send it to you and then you'll bring it into the hearing?
Oh, but,
Morgan,
well, I could bring it to you. I'm not part of that hearing.
I don't know how to get this into the record is what I'm saying.
Send it
Read it
to
in or?
Morgan, or just reference it, say you received this correspondence and just state it.
Okay, just state it
Like
during,
you do.
just state it during, yeah, I'm gonna send it to you and then you can do all that.
These are strange times, so I can do that.
We have a photo that came in too. Is
Yeah,
that
okay.
what you're referencing?
You wanna send those to Cindy as well? This is where we're gonna have the challenge.
Well, at some point, and let me talk about very clear, you have to have a cutoff. You can't be receiving these last minute things. On my stuff, I would say it's an absolute cutoff at this point.
Well, and Morgan actually sent this on Friday and this is from her, so she's got that one
Okay.
in the file. And then the other ones came directly from the applicant, and I'm going to assume that they will be introducing them to the public record.
I'll have them here in case you want me to say anything.
This one only came to me. I don't know why they did that. Oh, wait a minute, you should have got it. Yeah, you got it. Becky Ryan. Rick and Becky Ryan.
Yeah, that came to all of us.
So we gotta get that one into the record somehow. Okay, folks, we're gonna move on now to our 11:30 agenda, which is an action item. This is a petition for reconsideration in the matter of the appeal from the approval of conditional use permit 19-32 and the facts and conclusions of law before the Valley County Board of County Commissioners. Who do I have online that is interested in this item?
David Crick on behalf of Knife River.
Thank you, David.
Zach O'Kelly, Knife River.
I'm sorry, who was the second one? Zach?
Zach O'Kelly.
Hey, Zach, how you doing? Okay, is Mr. Sloan family, are you on, sir? What was his first name? Tom? Don Sloan, are you on? Stone. Don Stone. Apparently he's not on. So at this point, we kind of came out with some facts and conclusions, and we sent it back to kind of redo it, and Carol and Cindy have been working on this one. So I'm going to turn it over to Carol or Cindy, either one, whoever wants to go first, and kind of give us an update.
I think where we left this off was we'd received the request for reconsideration from Knife River, and they presented some arguments in there. And then we thought we should give Don Stone, the appellant, the opportunity to submit comments, which were received Friday, and each of you should have gotten a copy of those. At this point, what we're going to decide is whether or not you're going to hold a public hearing to do the reconsideration of the decision. And we had tentatively scheduled that for June 8th. Based upon the information from Knife River, the information from Don Stone, the appellant, and our existing facts and conclusions, you need to decide if you're going to have that public hearing where no additional public testimony will be received, to just reconsider the items already existing in the record. And it was our recommendation as staff that you do that so that we make sure that in our facts and conclusions, we've actually discussed in a public forum and in the written form, the information.
So is the appellant and the applicant allowed to attend that hearing? But we don't take public input, but they're allowed to come in.
That's, I did a notice in case, and I sent it to you. I said the deliberation decision of the commissioners will be based on the information already contained in the record. Clarification of the record may be sought from either the applicant and or the appellant. There shall be no additional public testimony or written correspondence accepted into the record. So I would say, no, we're not going to receive another presentation from Knife River.
But they
No,
can
we're
answer
not going to
questions.
receive one from the appellants. They've already submitted their arguments. You're going to be just discussing it and coming to either the same conclusion or a different conclusion. Do you agree with that, Carol?
I do, and the only thing that you'll be addressing is the items that Knife River presented to you in their petition for reconsideration, and then also you'd be considering what Mr. Stone submitted to you in rebuttal. So it's just a period for you to redeliberate and perhaps clarify some of the things that you've got in your facts and conclusions, based on the fact that perhaps Knife River thinks that they weren't as ferreted out as they needed to be. But I think the information is in the record. So if you allow that to happen on that date, you would just reconsider the items in the record, and then we can draft a more comprehensive findings of facts and conclusions in that regard.
And we can accept Mr. Stone's rebuttal into the record.
Yes, you can accept the petition and the rebuttal.
Okay.
So our decision today is to decide whether or not we think we're good now, or if we should maybe dig in a little deeper.
That's correct. You can either affirm the facts and conclusions you've already signed and stand on those, or you can allow reconsideration, deliberate further, and enhance your facts and conclusions based on your further deliberations.
Okay,
I'm happy to deliberate again and, use the, Mr. Stone's rebuttal and some of his thoughts and comments and just look at the entire picture again. That's fine.
how long do you think this would take? An hour?
I would give it an hour.
Is that good with you, Dave?
Yeah, I'm absolutely.
So I'd entertain a motion then on sometime on the June 8th agenda for this.
I'll make a motion that we add a petition or a opportunity to reconsider the matter of conditional use permit 19-32 on June 8th.
I'll second.
Wait a second, any more discussion? Dave, did you get that? And Zach?
Yes, I believe I caught all of it. From looking at the prior order that was issued, and just to track with what's happening this morning, will the public meeting be on June 1 or June 8th?
8th. June 8th.
Okay,
And we set aside an hour's time for us to go back through and kind of look them over again and see if we want to add any more or take some off or whatever, but we'll make that decision on the 8th.
thank you.
Okay, moved and second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. So we'll see somebody on the 8th.
Do you have a time so I can get it to Star News this morning?
1 PM.
Thank you.
And that's for an hour. You better give us at least an hour. Okay, see you guys then, not sooner.
There was just a little bit, I apologize, sir. There was a little bit of background noise. Did you say 1 p.m. on the 8th?
Yes, 1 p.m. on the 8th.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So at this time on the agenda, it seems like we're pretty well done for lunch.
One update, June didn't mention this morning, but in regards to her scanning, we recommended that maybe she hire a summer employee, high school kids, something like that, to try and get her scanning underway. And maybe 1 or 2. It's in her budget because she's low on the appraisers. So,
And I think that's something we need to discuss, but what I'd really like to do is get that room done and we can just move them in that room where all the
Yes.
files are.
I think that was her plan is
Yeah.
once they
I
can
think
get
that's a
there.
great idea.
We try and get her scanning done this summer with just a couple of little.
Have you talked to HR?
I sent her an email.
I think that she should be involved with that too. Somebody with computer skills, definitely.
All kids have those from like when they're 5
Yeah, I know.
anymore. They're better than
That's for
I am.
sure. All right, then we're gonna break until 1 o'clock.